What does this tell you?
If this report is true that Baker is not going to definitely miss, maybe it rubbed him the wrong way. I get, he walked on at Texas Tech, earned the starting job. He walked on at Oklahoma, earned the starting job. But when you're the first pick in the draft, you're not a walk-on. And maybe he thought he should have been installed as the starter from day one, and maybe it rubbed him the wrong way that Hue, it could be viewed as Hue embarrassed or humiliated him by saying he had earned the backup job. For whatever the case may be, maybe that rubbed Baker Mayfield the wrong way. But it appears to me that Jimmy Haslam and John Dorsey placed the offensive struggle, the blame of this football team at the feet of Hue Jackson and Todd Haley. Both of these guys are supposed to be offensive minds, and they're struggling. It's no coincidence that Greg Williams was named defensive coordinator because they lead the league in takeaways. And the defense, for the most part, Skip, has played very, very well. And so I'm not surprised. I think at some point, you and I, we were trying to debate before the season started, how many games does Hue last? I think I was somewhere around 8, and everything was going to be predicated on them getting off to a good start. Well, clearly that didn't happen, and the owner, Jimmy Haslam, felt that they should have been better than what they were. Skip, now you're going to have a guy that's never called plays in the NFL calling plays for Baker Mayfield. Now, maybe you do keep some continuity because he's still going to hear the same verbiage. It's still going to be the same offense. But I think this is a step back. I mean, it's hard for me to believe that Baker Mayfield is going to get better without having Todd Haley, who's been in his ear from minicamp, OTAs, training camp in the first 7-8 games of the season. But if this is the move, it's shocking to me that after 1-15, you know what? Hue can turn this thing around. 0-16, Hue's the guy that can turn this thing around. But at 2-5-1, Hue, you stink. I just don't get the time. It's not like if you take away the Chargers game and the Pittsburgh game. Skip, they played tough, and they were in every single game. And as you mentioned, LeBron could have won those other 5 they lost. Cleveland really could be 5-2.
Yeah, except for the Chargers. I thought
the Chargers got beat, and maybe the Steelers, this last Steelers game. But they did. They got robbed. Let's be honest. The Raiders should have no wins, and Cleveland should have one more win. So maybe if it's 3-4-1, they don't make this decision. Who knows? Who knows if the guy doesn't miss 2 field goals and 2 PATs? Maybe if he kicks the 47 yards, regulation, we're not having this conversation. We're having the conversation. Hue didn't get it done. It's as simple as that, Skip. You can't be 3 and whatever and then say, man, I got a bum rap, because you really didn't.
Yep. So back to your first point. You'll remember at our pre-show meeting that morning after that fateful Hard Knocks episode, I came in just like out of my mind about what I had just seen, and we requested from HBO, could we get this clip so that we could play it on Undisputed, and we got it, and we played it. And I sat right here in this seat the next morning, and I said, Baker Mayfield cannot love what just happened to him, because that's being shown up. And to use your word, I think it humiliated him. He didn't let on, and he played it straight, and he said all the right things, and he went through the charade, because it was a made-for-TV charade, that Hue Jackson would call in Baker Mayfield and Drew Stanton, the third-string quarterback, and apprise them, inform them with the big announcement, Baker, you've won the backup quarterback. He's the first overall pick in the draft. What are you doing?
I never even heard somebody being named the number 2 quarterback.
I haven't either. And I'm thinking, well, Hue, what are you doing? Again, I'm going to say it one last time. I have defended and supported Hue for years on national TV because he can really call plays. He was a tremendous offensive coordinator, and I hope he lands perfectly with a quarterback who connects with him, and he has success in this league. Because he's had it before in Cincinnati. But in this case, I felt like he got swept up in the egomania that can be detonated by Hard Knocks, because he was vying for control and for airtime with both of his coordinators, who both have big personalities, and they were both former head coaches, and all of a sudden, that degenerated into Hue Jackson versus Todd Haley, and it carried right over into the regular season. And I liked what Jimmy Haslam did yesterday, because we had at the very end of our show that Hue had been fired. We didn't know the other cleat hadn't dropped yet because Todd Haley was about to be fired. So Jimmy Haslam said, I'm not going to pick a side in this battle. I'm going to fire both of them. And he said, we will not tolerate discord. Well, I buy that. That's nice.
But you tolerated it for at least an extended period of time. Because this just didn't happen this week.
No, it started right there. And I think Hard Knocks did this team in a lot of ways. It did in the coaching staff because it's the HBO crew's looking for big personalities. That Bob Wiley, and they're trying to make stars out of the coordinator.
And that is, Skip, I think it's really unfair because it used to be, because when it first started in 2001, Brian Billick and Ozzie, they volunteered.
Yeah.
Now
you were there.
Yeah, we were the first ones. But we were a veteran ball club, myself and Goose and Ray.
You could handle it. It didn't change your life.
No. And we were who we were. Yeah. We weren't trying to put on and do things. This is what we would normally do with no cameras around. But Skip, I think it's unfair for a team that the NFL says, okay, you're going to be in Hard Knocks this year. Come on. I mean, what do you, especially this team. I mean, and then they get, and plus.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
we all watched it.
It gives you an inside glimpse to the casual fans of what is like a normal, mundane, routine day in the life of an NFL player, especially one trying to make a team. So it gives you an inside glimpse of what it's like, Skip. It gives you, and also some backs behind what coaches, you see the coaches meeting and the GM and John Dorsey and what he's thinking. This guy's this, and he's number one on the depth chart.
Did you like the Jarvis Landry tirade?
Yeah.
I liked it. Has he been able to back it up through the regulars? Not so far.
Not really.
No,
Skip. Jarvis Landry is what he is. He's a guy that's going to catch a lot of balls. He's gritty, but he's not a big play receiver.
He's not, and he didn't have a great burst.
No.
You know, he's not going to run after catch. Not going to run by people.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
Well,
so,
interesting.
But I don't think anybody's surprised by this, Skip. I don't think anybody. I'm probably saying like, what took so long?
Yeah, I know. So do I love it for Baker Mayfield right now? I do not. Do I like it for him going forward into next year? Sure, I do. But the next question is, who?
Yeah.
Could it be our man, Lincoln Riley at the University of Oklahoma, who is the best play caller I've seen in a while in college football? He can really call it, and it's hard for the head coach to call plays. I know Andy Reid does it. I know Doug Peterson does it, but it's a lot of responsibility to do both jobs, to do big picture and little picture or play to play. Lincoln Riley can do it. I think he's a better coordinator maybe than being the overall CEO type, but he's doing a great job at Oklahoma. Is there any? Now, he had a very honest answer yesterday at his media session. He just said, not right now, but he said, I'm always trying to be truthful with you, with the media, where he just said, I'm not going to, I'm putting words in, I'm just paraphrasing, but he said, I can't rule it out tomorrow, the next day, because who knows what could happen.
Right.
Well, let's do the hypothetical. If you're Lincoln Riley, do you really want to go to Cleveland next year and rejoin Baker Mayfield? I don't think you do.
I don't think so either. Because at the end of the day, Skip, although it'd be a great luxury to be a head coach, because, some coaches have aspirations of, let me see if I can do that at the highest level. Now, you get the Tom Osbornes and the Joe Paternos, rest his soul, and some old school, and Bobby Bowden, Coach Bowden, they're perfect intent. 20, 30, 40 years, a few locations, Skip, and they're good at the college level. But then you get a guy like a Jimmy Johnson, and you get some of these other guys like, Coach Saban. Let me see if I can I want to see if I can do it on the grandest of stages. But
I don't think Lincoln's finished with college football yet.
I don't either.
But I want to win, Skip. Is that a situation that I can go to and win? I mean, you got to.
No, I don't know.
I didn't get the sense. It's funny this happened. We talked to him about it in person on Saturday, and his answer was genuine. It's the same as what he said yesterday to the media, but he said, I'm not done yet. I don't get the sense that he wants to leave Oklahoma right now. He's got 2 young girls. He's from a small town. He and his wife, they've got a good thing going, and I truly didn't get any sense that
I hope he ain't planning on winning a national championship. Because Coach Saban ain't going nowhere. Oh, St. Nick ain't going nowhere. That thing on the Alabama Invitational about to kick off again. So is that what he waiting for? Is he waiting for Coach Saban to leave? Because if Coach Saban said he's going to be there for a minute.
If they did meet in the postseason, it would probably be 100-99 would be the score.
I guarantee Coach Saban they ain't getting no 100. Not with OTT on tour. Oh, he gonna get the high. Oh,
I'm saying Alabama would win 100-99.
No, Alabama would win 100 to say like 50. We'll give him 50. We'll give him a 50 piece.
When did you become such a Bama guy?
Yeah, he jumps. It's a bandwagon.
No. Why would you do that?
It's getting a little too much over here, though.
So here's the bottom line for Lincoln Riley.
Okay.
Kyler Murray has another year of eligibility left, but he got, what was it, $4 million to sign with the Oakland?
6?
Something,
Yeah,
five.
yeah.
Say
Yeah,
$5 million.
a lot.
So is in your wildest dreams, would you give the money back because you decide you want to play pro football? I don't know.
But guess who else has another year of eligibility?
He does.
OTT. Oh, Tua Tagovailoa.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. You're going to.
Coach Saban got like 8 years left.